Good morning, everyone. Kathy Chavers, Travel Chairwoman here with Terry Morrison, Community Health Nurse from Bois Forte. We're here to do an update. It's Saturday, and with regards to the Bois Forte employees, we are now limiting the travel ban to Virginia, Minnesota. So please do not go to Duluth. If you do go to Duluth after 11 o'clock today, you will be required to quarantine for 2 weeks, self-quarantine. The other thing is today our incident command team met and we established an email address for questions on the COVID-19 and also for any questions for our staff. The address for that email is covid-19@boisforte-nsn.gov. And it is going to be on the Bois Forte website. Also, effective Monday, we are closing our tribal government building to the public. We ask that you call ahead if you have any needs from the tribal government, and the health clinics will be open, and also the convenience stores, the Y and the C store will be open. But the other buildings will be closed to the public. If you have a need, please call the building ahead of time and let them know. Here's an example with the license plate tabs. We ask that you call ahead, let us know, and talk to Tracy Dagan, our license tabs gal, and she will get those tabs ready for you. You come down to the tribal government building and we will get you those tabs at the reception area. Our priority is ordering medical supplies and emergency supplies right now, and we have also made changes to our personnel policy with regards to leave. And if you have questions on that, please contact Simona Benner, HR Director, with regards to those changes. Randy Long and Joel Astelford are now acting Executive Director. Effective as of the other day. There will be no tribal court till the end of April. And at this point, there is questions regarding the tribal elections. The tribal executive committee did not meet, but had a telephone conference yesterday, and no decision's been made yet. And so on Tuesday at 3 o'clock, there will be a Zoom conference with the TEC members, and a decision will be made at that time. I'm going to give it to Terry Morrison to tell a little bit about some of the things that we keep reiterating to the public. So Terry?
Okay, I just wanted to talk a little bit about social distancing, because I am hearing that a lot of kids and families are not quite understanding what that means. So what that means is that we want you to stay home as much as possible. If you have to go to town and get groceries, we ask that you make the least amount of stops that you can in order to get what you need, and then when you're out in public, to use what we call social distancing. So that means you can't be within 6 feet. That's why me and Kathy are 6 feet apart. Try to stay back in line, and I know there's lots of lines, and when you go to the grocery store, there might be a lot of people there. So try to space your cart and a little bit more in between you and the person in front of you. When you check out, try not to lean as forward. If you have to sign the like your check or anything, or if you have to sign, use a different pen. We ask that you either carry hand sanitizer or go in the bathroom and wash your hands right away. If you're touching money, wash your hands. If you're using your cell phone, wash your cell phone a lot, wash your hands. I really want to talk about kids, because I'm hearing, or so my kids are telling me, that they're one of the only families that's really staying home. And that's among their friends. That doesn't mean everyone else isn't. But I really want to talk about, so I have to come to work, so I come to work. And I'm probably in contact with about 20 different people. I go home and the germs on me are exposing my entire family at home. So then if my kids went out with their friends, they would be exposing their friends to every germ I brought home. So do you see how that works like that? Like spreads out and spreads out and spreads out. So right now, if I was sitting closer to Kathy, I'd be in contact with every person she's had contact with, potentially, if any of them had COVID in the last 2 weeks. Kathy, if she has that germ, then we're exposing everyone we're in contact with that. So it's really, really, really important that people stay home and not let your kids go to town. The argument that they have is, I just want to ride to town with my best friend and get drive-through. We're not even going to see anyone. But you're sitting in the same car with your friends who you don't know where their parents have been. You don't know where they've been. Like, that's my thought that I'm telling my kids. I'm exposed to things at work. So I bring it home and I potentially expose you. That means that you're going out, and yes, you're just sitting in the car, but you're exposing all the people in the car to that. So I think if you sit down and explain that, there's a certain age that understands that really well, and there's a certain age that doesn't. But it's really important that you limit the contacts. We need to slow this virus down as much as possible. We don't want to end up like Italy. We just really don't. We need to limit how many contacts we're having, and that's what we're asking the public, no matter where you live. If you live in Net Lake, if you live in Vermilion, if you live in the cities, slow it down. Stay home. Do the stuff you've always wanted to do. Like all the projects, go online, learn about how to make kombucha, whatever you want to do. Learn about that from home. So,
with regards to the social distancing, we're also going to be, since we're closing the public buildings and also the C-stores will be open, there will be squares 6 feet in diameter where people can know that they're 6 feet apart. So we will have those marked off in the C-store and the Y-store for the people that come in, but also for the employees that are at the registers. And then also when they come to the tribal government building, we will have 6 foot diameter squares for people to come and stand in. And these changes we know come daily, and it's very difficult, and that's one of the reasons we're doing the YouTube video, is to get information out. We realize that it is very difficult to do that, and the more we can try to better ourselves, the better it can be. And that's why we set up today's email with the COVID-19 at boisfort-nsn.gov to answer any questions. That's open to staff and the public. So we want to say miigwech to everybody for listening today, and we all want you to stay safe, and please do your social distancing and wiping with hand sanitizer, cleaning. Please stay safe. Miigwech.